Okay.
Well, hi guys. Welcome to Today with Baby May.
Channel.
And Baby May recruited me to come along and do a video with her, which I'm more than happy to do. And because we have some news.
Yeah.
And the news is we're moving.
Yes.
And the reason that we're moving is not because there's anything wrong with where we're living, but it just sort of happened. And it happened in a way that is kind of atypical of the Philippines. A lot of word of mouth stuff happens around here. And so what happened originally was, I guess it's been about a month that Mark moved. I don't know, about a month and a half, something like that. But our neighbor Mark was just kind of bouncing around. And I can't remember exactly how it happened. He either saw a for rent sign or he looked on Facebook and he saw a place. Anyway, it had always been his dream to live right on the beach when he came here to the Philippines originally. And there it was. There was this rock star house at a really reasonable rate, and he jumped on it. And I don't blame him because it was a big improvement as far as, not that there's anything wrong with Big Rock, but it was just a big improvement for him because he loves to swim in the ocean and scuba dive and all that kind of stuff. And so that was just sort of like his original dream got fulfilled. And so people started talking to me, neighborly people and friends and whatnot. And they'd say, hey, your neighbor moved. I said, yeah, he did. I said, and I had mentioned in a live stream or a video or something that I did that May and I would really like to get a 2-bedroom.
Yeah.
And our landlord is so cool that he actually offered us one of his studio apartments at like a reduced rate to use as a studio, because that's what we originally wanted to do. We wanted to use some stuff, some different backgrounds and all that kind of stuff. And we just don't have room here in this apartment to do that. But it just wasn't conducive, if you will. And so word kind of got out somehow that May and I were thinking about getting another house.
Yeah.
And I was having coffee with my friend Bud Brown up at a place called Nasbury. And another guy drove by named Ed, and he popped in to say hi to us. And he goes, hey, man, he says, I heard you were looking or thinking about getting another place. See how word travels? I hadn't seen Ed in months, but for some reason he had heard. Anyway, I said, yeah, it would be nice for us to be able to spread out a little bit and just get it. And at the time, I wasn't thinking a house. I was just thinking another apartment. And he says, well, you know what? We go for where he lives. He lives in the same area as us, but further up the mountain where it's actually a little cooler and a little, well, it's just basically cooler. And so he says, we walk every day. That's his deal. They go there to him and his wife do a morning exercise walk. And he says, I know a couple of places that are available, and maybe you'd like to take a look at them. And I said, sure. So we all got together one day. We went out and we looked at one house, and it was just terrible.
Yeah.
Remember? It was like, from the outside, it looked great.
Yeah.
But you got inside, and oh man, there were wasp nests, and there was dirty water, and it was just like, ugh, just nasty, and we said, well, thanks, but no thanks, He goes, you know what? I know another place right up the street. And so we said, sure. And we bounced over there. And I got to tell you, May fell in love with it immediately. Huh?
Yeah, so that's...
And so it's a 3-bedroom place. It's still small. It's not big, but it's actually less money than this. And again, I want to reiterate, there's nothing wrong with Big Rock. This is a great place, great landlord, good people living here. If you guys are looking for an apartment when you eventually make it out here, sometime in the year 2025, I guess, with COVID. But anyway, we'll do a little exit video, if you will. I think Mark did one when he left. Anyway, but it's got 3 bedrooms, and the main thing is it's a single family residence with a great big yard. Yeah. And we went up there in the morning, and we've been up there in the afternoon. And then we went there at night. And the reason we did that is you have to check out a place here in the Philippines at all different times and days because of noise. You never know when your neighbor is going to fire up the karaoke machine or when there's a pack of dogs that go crazy. And May and I love the sound of nature. Chickens don't bother us. Goats don't bother us. But human beings bother us, especially the drunk ones working, the karaoke machine. And that doesn't happen here, but it had happened in other places that we lived. And my first apartment, they used to actually put a circus up. Remember in October, they had that fair during Fiesta with all the rides and stuff. And so we had that to deal with for an entire month. So anyway, we've been really happy here. But when we saw that we could get 3 bedrooms for 18,000 pesos a month instead of 20,000 pesos a month, we did need to buy a refrigerator, and we bought a new mattress because we don't want to sleep on somebody else's mattress. The house is about 3 years old. We're going to try to keep the location itself semi-secret, if you will, just for safety's sake, if I ever leave May alone or anything like that. One nice thing about living in a compound like this is you've got neighbors, and we have a landlord right here on the premises. So if something suspicious is happening, there's a safety factor to that. And so that safety factor is a little bit diminished when you go to a single family house. So we'll take you for a tour, but we don't want to show the exact location. In fact, last year we had a stalker move in across from us at our old apartment. But that's another story. Anyway, we're hoping with the 3 bedrooms that Riza, her sister, or friends or whatever, or anybody visiting, will have a room to stay in. And then we'll have a room that possibly we can turn into like a little YouTube studio and try to change the backgrounds around a little bit. And I don't know, that's going to be a work in progress. So we'll see how that works out. And so the move is actually, we can move in today if we wanted to. So we got about a week left in this month. And we've actually paid up on the 15th. I think today's the 21st or 22nd, something like that. Anyway, we could move in today if we wanted to, but we needed to get the refrigerator. We needed to get the mattress. I wanted to get that stuff in place. So we're investing a little money into the place, but I have a rule, which is never buy anything I can't walk away from. So I think it's going to be about $600 or $700 for us to get what we need to replace that we have here already. But with the savings of the rent, I'm pretty sure the electricity bill will be lower just by the location and the way the air is situated. We should be able to recoup that money after about 6 months or so. And at worst case scenario, if we decide to move or change things, we can just give the stuff away. I'm done with trying to sell stuff. I just prefer just to donate it to someone that needs it. And what else is going on? Once this COVID, we're going down to ECQ again. I heard Valencia, where we live, has now got checkpoints put back up. So that's still raging. And so I do not have any updates for you guys on this COVID thing because it changes like hourly. Every day it's something new. And from what I'm understanding, the hospitals here are filling up and the doctors are asking us to go back into quarantine. So we don't know. That hasn't exactly happened yet. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. The house. You're excited about the garden. You're excited about what? The privacy? What's floating your little boat?
About privacy, garden, and then new house.
And something new. Yeah. It's going to be fun, I think, for May because there's no window coverings. And while that may sound like a bad thing, curtains, you bought some curtains at Hypermart, right?
Yeah.
And they were, 300 pesos?
Yeah, 300 per each.
Per each. Okay. So we're going to have about $100 in curtains, but May's going to get to do it. And May's going to be able to arrange all of her plants. And she likes being the housewife. She likes being the housekeeper. She keeps a super, super clean house. She takes a lot of pride in it. And May and I are just kind of like flaky sometimes. Today we were going to pack up and get some boxes going, and we ended up sleeping all day. And so, because it's like 11 o'clock at night right now, and we're never up at this time. But for some reason, I just said, you know what, man, I feel lazy. And she goes, so do I. So I said, well, let's just go to sleep. Okay. That was that. We just kind of roll with it, right? But that's the beauty of the 2-week window. Our rent's going to be due on the 15th of each month as opposed to on the 1st. So I'm paying for 2 weeks that I'm not using. But to me, it was worth not having the stress of having to get everything done within 24 hours and get keys and all that kind of stuff, right? So that's that. Anything else going on? Anything else you want to talk about?
That's it. I think
we just did an interview with your sister. On my channel. Yeah, got a lot of comments on that because of what she was wearing. But you guys were going swimming. And she was wearing a bikini top. And all these guys are getting all jicky that she's wearing a bikini top. But, what are you going to do? Anyway. All right. Well, I guess that's it. We're moving. We will do an exit video, if you will, of this place. It's changed a little since the first time we did a video about it. Because we've lived here almost a year, I think.
1 year,
Is it 1 year?
1 year and a half.
Time flies. Wow. Not a year and a half, but a year. And what else? Oh, and then we'll do a little video, like I said, of the interior of the place. And the exterior, I suppose. We're going to try to keep the location semi-private if we can. Not because we're being unsociable, just for, safety reasons. If I ever take one of my trips or whatever and leave May alone, just safety. But the good news is our landlord lives next door to us at the new place also. And our landlord lives on the property here. So it's always good to have a second set of eyes. And with the extra bedroom and whatnot, if I do take a vacation or take a trip out of the country to renew a visa or whatever I've got to do, she can have her sister come stay with her or a friend, and they're not, walking into one another. So that's about it. We are moving, and we're excited. May's really excited about it.
Super. 100%.
Are you mostly excited about the garden?
More than excited move the new house.
Move the new house. Well, what does that mean, though? I mean, because you can decorate it because it's kind of empty? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. What it is she wants to make it her home. Okay. And it's like, it's really cool. We got all, we'll take this couch with us. I don't know if we're taking the chicken or not. Should we take the chicken or leave him here?
Of course.
Okay. All right. Goofy chicken. Anyway, so that's it. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to Little Baby May's channel here. And then there's Riza Single Mom, right?
Riza Single Mom. Please
Riza Single Mom is her sister. She's trying to start a YouTube channel. And we're trying to help her get on her own 2 feet and all that kind of good stuff. And so maybe you can put a link to her channel in the description. And that's it from the old dog. I don't know. You got anything to say, Baby May? You done?
So guys, please subscribe to my youngest sister, Single Mom Riza, and then with the default guys, subscribe, and with my channel to subscribe.
No one ever says subscribe to my channel. Ever.
I tell him.
Thank you very much.
So guys, see you next video. Bye-bye.
Right,
Thank you,
we'll
Daddy Paul.
Take care.